Tag and hello, I'm Lyle from DragonsAteOurName and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, we saved Johanka's life last time and I am so glad that we did. I looked it up. We actually got the best ending. I didn't think I would get the best ending, but here we are. And you guys were right. The other endings are freaking gruesome and I'm so glad that I didn't have to see them and that we managed to convince enough people that Johanka got off scot-free, in quotation marks. I think we can talk to her and to Matthias and to a few other people. And that's what we're gonna do now before we head back to Theresa for a date. Hey!
Greetings, Henry.
Hey Johanka, how are you doing?
Johanka?
Henry, I'm still muddled from all that happened, but I want to thank you for standing by me. You've done more for me than anyone else I know.
You don't have to thank me. I only did what I considered right.
I'm still grateful, though. I'm in your debt. Goodbye.
I was very happy to do it, Johanka, honestly. Where's Matthias? I want to talk to Matthias. And to Brother Nicodemus. Hi.
Henry, I want to thank you for that generous donation to the infirmary. I'm glad you and Pavel didn't forget us. What do you need?
I wish I could have given you more and not taken half the money. Johanka's trial.
Brother Nicodemus, I'd like to thank you for the wonderful testimony you gave.
You're the one who deserves thanks, Henry. I feared the worst. And for all my prayers, I never even dared hope for such an outcome. I could hardly believe it at first. I was very fearful for Johanka.
Oh, same.
It didn't look good at all for her, facing such accusations. And you did an excellent job, Henry. It's largely due to you that everything turned out as it did. Thanks for defending her, Henry. There's few people who could have done it so well. Recently, I found an interesting volume in the monastery library and made a copy from it in secret. It's just a few lines, but maybe you'll find it useful.
Thanks.
Oh, I got a recipe. Why did you have to make that in secret? You're a monk here. Oh, for me, probably, I guess. Were her visions real?
Do you still think the Virgin Mary's visitations were real?
Yes, I think they were. Even if she didn't interpret the message quite correctly, we were certainly witness to something extraordinary.
That's good to know that you still think that. I honestly thought there would be an ending where the Inquisitor was also of the opinion that you can convince him that Johanka was actually visited by the Virgin Mary. And I thought that would come into play, but it didn't at all. So, what do I know?
I won't get any sleep.
Matthias,
Henry,
where's Matthias?
I'm glad to stop by.
Oh yeah, I can talk to you too, right? Adela?
God bless. What can I help you with?
Are you doing alright?
How are things going here?
Quite well. It's a lot of work, but I have a feeling I'm doing something useful. Johanka and Brother Nicodemus showed me what to do, and I already know a thing or two.
Sounds good.
I have a roof over my head, enough to eat, and they even pay me a bit. It's really quite fine.
I'm glad to hear it. And you've had no trouble from anyone?
No, everyone has been kind. It's sweet of you to care, Henry.
God be with you.
You're welcome, but where's Matthias? Is he running around here somewhere? Just haven't seen him? I don't know where he went. I kind of want to talk to Sebastian, though. We kind of threw him under the bus, so I'm not expecting anything. But you never know. Maybe he has something to say. Hi. Sebastian vom Berg.
Johanka was cleared of all accusations, despite the things that were said in the trial, which you heard yourself, sir.
Johanka has been cleared and is safe, it's true. And now she's with that fellow, Matthias. But I suppose it's best that way.
It is,
I
you
should
are married.
never have started that affair with her. It was unreasonable on my part and unjust towards her. Now I can see the wrongness of my actions, thanks to her.
Cool.
In the
Wish
future,
you
I'll
would
be
have
a
seen
better
them
more
sooner, though.
virtuous person. I believe that's what she wanted. May she find happiness with Matthias. As long as I'm in Sassau and have it in my power, they shall have my protection. It means I also owe an apology to you, Henry of Skalitz.
What happened to you?
I will no longer behave towards you in a hostile manner.
Thanks.
And I forgive you for your disrespectful and inappropriate remarks about myself. Thank you for doing what you did for Johanka. Recently, I had a new weapon made for myself. But I think it's more fitting that you should have it. Here it is. Let's speak no more of Johanka. Go in peace.
Wow.
May the Lord watch over you.
Wow. So he really... I hope he has changed. It sounds like it. That's really cool. That's actually very neat. Let's look at that sword that he gave me. It's not half bad. Not very good either, but it at least is worth a lot of money. Alright. Now that we have dealt with this... Oh, I need to feed my dog. Mud. Praise.
That's a good boy.
Yes, he's such a good boy. Such a good boy. Such a good boy.
That's my boy.
And food.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
I only have dried meat because you can get a lot of them and it doesn't get bad. I'm sorry. Let's get on the horsey horse and let's go back to... Now I want to say Johanka. It's not Johanka. It's also not Bianca. God damn it. Theresa. Let's go back to Theresa. Oh my god. Let's go back to Theresa and do the courtship mission, quest. Now, I made a real effort for Theresa. My outfit is perfect and not at all thrown together with what I had or anything. Theresa!
Look at you, lover boy.
Thanks. Want to get up to something again. Right.
Would you like to get up to some more mischief? It was fun the last time.
Yes, it was. I'm a bit surprised you thought so too. Although a girl doesn't get a
I
chance
got to
tend
defend
the
your
wounds of a
honor
gallant
with
defender every day.
violence.
It's quite late to be going out somewhere just now. Will you come tomorrow?
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Fine. How late is it though? Look at this. Isn't this great? And not at all like all mismatching colors or anything. Okay, then we are just gonna sleep for like 10 hours because I was set on doing this now, so we are doing this. Are you... Now you're up. Okay, can we go on a date now?
Greetings, Henry.
Do you still feel like doing something together?
Shall we play blind man's buff?
That's really what you want to do?
I know it's a game for children, but I always liked it, and I won't feel stupid playing it with you.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Why not?
Good. Then follow me.
I will follow you. Follow you wherever you will go. Okay, putting the broom back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
Nobody will see us here in this barn.
Are you shy?
It's a game for little children. Of course I'm embarrassed.
Well, adults play it too, you know.
But only when they're drunk.
I mean, you can always get drunk. That goes really fast with me.
I'll cover my eyes.
Well, they do say love is blind.
Cheeky boy.
But this is a game you won't be winning. I've got ears sharper than a bat.
And I'm as stealthy as a cat. You'll never find me.
We'll see. But if you leave the barn, you lose. Come here.
What are we doing? This just feels like foreplay.
Come on, spin me around. What are you waiting for?
Blind I may be, deaf I'm not. Make a sound, and you'll get got. How does it go after that?
It doesn't matter. Go and hide.
Okay, I'm supposed to be hiding. Okay, I'm rather stealthy. Theresa?
I bet you're here. No?
My dog might be.
Here?
I'm keeping this barrel between us. That should work.
What was that? Was that you?
No. That was my dog. Should I just let her catch me?
Ha! Got you.
This is kind of getting mean, I feel like.
Where are you?
What's this? Oh, okay! I got a stealth point for that.
Sneaky
Yay.
one. How come I didn't hear you?
I'm good. Oh,
Oh no! I've left clothes out to dry. We have to bring them in before they get soaked.
okay. Let's go. Where are the clothes? We are so fast, Theresa. There are no clothes here, though.
Oh no, it's completely soaked.
I mean,
You'll have to put it by the stove to dry.
No, that will just make it reek of smoke. Help me bring it to the hay.
Theresa, there is no laundry here. Oh, I see. Okay. I was very confused. Alrighty. Oh no, it's raining. We will be so cold.
It's sopping wet.
Not afraid of thunderstorms, are you?
Not anymore.
When Henry is here, he can punch the lightning away. This doesn't get too explicit, does it?
Henry, hush now.
Hush now, I wanna kiss you. And lie on the floor. It's probably not very comfortable with the hay sticking in your... Okay! Oh, wow! Okay! I did not need to see this. Not at all. Okay, oh god, thank god he's closed again. I need to censor that for YouTube, I think. Oh, okay. You know, shouldn't you, like, marry before you do anything? Aren't you, like, good Christians and stuff? Oh, I completed the quest. Are we, like, a thing now, Theresa? No, please. I just want to talk to you. About me and you.
About that evening.
That,
yes.
happened 2 minutes
I
ago.
never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry. That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you?
Oh, he does.
And anyway, what do you mean by next time? Just what exactly do you have in mind for the two of us?
Marriage! We'll be together. Best not talk about it now. What do you want? Yeah, what do you want?
How do you see things?
Me? Well, when you're not behaving like a total nincompoop.
What
I
is
kind of
that
like
word?
being with you.
I behave like a nincompoop.
Yes, like now answering a question with another question.
I
How do
just
you see
wanted
it
to
with
know
us,
what
Henry?
you think, girl.
If I really must say it, I like you very much.
Like
and
you
you
too.
saved my life. in Skalitz.
Well,
And
you saved a
saved
lot
mine,
of other
so we're
lives.
even.
We'll be together, yeah.
Well, we'll be together. Like a couple. And when the time comes, you'll take me as your husband, right?
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you.
Now you'd have to get Uncle
lad.
Peshek's blessing.
Don't you want a
I
little
reckon I'd have no
wager on the
better luck with
rat
him.
acorn, eh?
Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry. But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make?
That's
You
very
can't sit
true,
still
not a
in
good
one
one.
place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but... I'm very fond of you, you know. And maybe one day you...
I know, you silly sod. We can't get married yet. But we can still see each other and be fond of each other.
Can you repair my clothes? Now that we are boyfriend and girlfriend, you can repair my clothing. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Bye, Theresa. Bye. I got a perk for being in love, I think. Let me see what that is. Smitten. When you're smitten by love, the world seems more beautiful than before. And maybe you seem more beautiful to the world. Sure, after spending time with your beloved, your charisma has temporarily increased by 3. Doesn't make any sense, but I'll take it. You know what I didn't get right now? The alpha male perk, which I'm kind of thankful for. There was still one here, I think. It had to do with the... Yes. With the executioner. And this is another one. This quest was suggested by Twitter that I should do this. This, I think, is one of the last ones, actually. And after that, we will go for the main quest again, and maybe I will do the Sir Hans DLC too. Because someone has been asking for that. I don't know how long that is. If that is as long as the Woman's Lot DLC, I'm not sure I want to do it on screen, because those were a lot of episodes dedicated to that one DLC. But I think there's something else. Is everything all right?
What's going on? The folk in town are talking about you.
They shot on me. That's what.
What? Who did?
All of them.
Slowly from the beginning. Pull yourself together, for Christ's sake.
Wait. Tell me again from the start.
All right, if you want. They caught Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and a fellow named Harold that everyone calls Frost. They're scum who've been hunted for months. Now they've finally been caught, there's a big execution being prepared. Folk will come from miles around to watch.
Well, that's a good thing for you, isn't it?
It would be, if I was fucking doing it.
Isn't it your job to carry out all the executions? What can we do about it? Yeah, isn't it your job?
Isn't it the custom for you to do all the executions in Ratai?
It is. Not just the custom, but by bloody right. You're not being replaced, they said. This is just a loan of Gallows Hill.
They cheated you. There must be a reason for it. There must be, right?
Well, there must be some reason for it.
If you know of one, spit it out.
So who's doing the job?
They invited Executioner Heinz all the way from Kuttenberg. They say it's going to be a big show. Have I ever fucked up an execution? I always behead them in one blow. And when his lordship wants to drag out a hanging, I leave them kicking for minutes. If he wants it quick, they're stiff as soon as I drop them. And they push me aside like that, after all these years of service.
What can we do about it?
What can we do about it?
Nothing. His lordship's decided, and that's that.
You shouldn't just accept this. It'll be worse next time. Yeah, you shouldn't just accept this.
Nothing? You think they should be allowed to get away with this?
Well, no, but...
You have the right to executions in Ratai, don't you?
I most certainly do.
Then you're in the right. Don't tell me you can't think what to do about it.
The trouble is, they already paid the executioner. He's come here along with his assistants. We can't stop the executions. Unless Hines drops dead on the spot.
Well, I'm not gonna kill him.
Which we don't want.
Indeed not. The best thing would be if he fucked up the executions. The famous Kuttenberg executioner can't handle the job. The mob would laugh him out of town and beg me to take over. They'd never invite him here again.
Great, so how do we go about it?
The problem is, I don't know what the sentences will be. They'll only announce them just before the executions, and then it'll be too late to do anything.
How about getting him drunk? How about setting them free? The bailiff ought to know, right? Yeah.
Would the bailiff know more?
Maybe. But most likely only Heinz will know the sentence. I've got an idea, though. Will you help me?
I'll help.
Of course.
Great. Thank you, Henry.
So where should I start?
Find out from the bailiff what their crimes are, and then have a look in the Black Chronicle at the Rat House. It goes back before my time. You're bound to find records of some similar offenders in it. You need to find people who committed the same crimes, and came from the same sort of background, noble or lowborn. That way you can find out what the appropriate punishments are. Then come back to me, and we'll work out what to do.
I'll get moving.
And Henry? They want to do the executions on my gibbet at Gallows Hill. I can hold them up for a while, but probably no more than a week.
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, I will do this in a day, don't you worry. Okay, I don't much like the idea of him botching an execution and the man who gets executed then probably having to suffer for several minutes. That doesn't sound very appealing to me, but it's a video game, I guess. So first step is finding out from the bailiff what the sentences are. That shouldn't be too hard. I think he likes me. And I'm good at persuading people.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
I hear there's going to be an execution here.
I hear there's going to be a big execution here.
There certainly is. It'll be a glorious event for our town. They'll
Yeah,
be talking
glorious.
about it for years.
Who's for the chop?
The biggest outlaws and reprobates for miles around. Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and Frost Herald.
What did they do?
What didn't they do, more like? They caused trouble all over the country.
Peter of Dauba.
Who's this Peter of Dorba?
A noble who lost his fortune. He's been holding up merchants for months.
That's all?
At first, but then his gang started getting bloodthirsty. They wiped out a whole squad that was hunting them. He won't walk away from this.
Okay, so he's a noble. So Frost.
What can you tell me about Herald?
They call him Frost because he's always cool as ice, until he starts. I've seen plenty of killers and thugs in my day, but that one's got the devil in him.
Why?
They say the only thing that'll put a smile on his face is the sound of screaming and weeping. That beast kills for pleasure. When they caught him, he had a candle made from the arm of an infant. For luck, he said.
Christ.
Okay. And George Weiss?
What about Weiss?
No one actually knows where he came from, but they say the murdering started with him. He never leaves witnesses. He'd rather wipe out a whole village than take a chance.
Okay.
Thanks, bailiff. That's all I need to know.
Alright. Now I need to have a look in the Black Chronicle. George Weiss should be... What was it? He should hang. Right? That was the thing. Yeah, he should hang. And then there's the nobleman. And he is to be put to death by the sword. And then there's the really, really evil one who shall be his flesh ripped apart, eyes burned out, broken on the wheel. I guess those are the three. Ah, there you are. I think I know what their sentences are, Herman.
I need your advice.
Did you find out what they did? And did you read the Black Chronicle?
I did.
So tell me what you found out, and I'll see what I can come up with. Just bear in mind, I can help you work it out, but you'll only find exactly what you need in the Ratai Black Chronicle. Every executioner has his own way of doing things, and this bastard might have different methods in mind.
Okay. Peter of Dorba.
Peter of Dorba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman.
He'll be... Yeah, sword. Is this sword? Is chop sword?
His neck is going on the block.
That makes sense. His crimes are great, but he's still a nobleman, so he gets an honorable death.
Yeah. George Weiss.
George Weiss is a bloodthirsty bastard who left a trail of corpses behind him.
I think he'll be hanged.
He hasn't earned an honourable death. He's for a long drop on a short rope.
A murderer deserves nothing better. That makes sense.
Okay, Harold.
Frost Herald is the worst of them all, sent by Satan himself. The things he's done would make a demon blanch.
He'll be hanged, he'll be drowned, buried alive, he'll be tortured first. Yeah, he'll be tortured first.
The executioner will take his time with that one. He'll be begging to die. If I read correctly, it'll start with ripping the flesh.
Aye, could be. He deserves nothing better.
So, have we got everything we need?
We've covered all the possibilities. There's nothing more we can think up.
What's the plan?
So, what's the plan then?
Yeah, I'm kind of... The beheading I'm the most sure of.
An executioner's greatest boast is to behead with one blow. That's why an executioner's sword needs to be a splendid piece of craftsmanship and sharp as a razor.
I follow you, but how can I get to the sword?
It won't be easy. The executioner's sword is one of his most valuable instruments.
What about switching it? Steal it then. Yeah, switching it.
Couldn't it just be switched for a different one?
He'd notice straight away. It's different than a regular sword, heavier with a blunt point. The balance is different too.
I could take yours and...
He'd recognize that too. An executioner knows his sword like the back of his hand. He'd notice as soon as he picked it up.
Okay, steal it then?
So I'll have to steal it, dull the blade, and put it back before anyone notices?
Yes, that's probably the only way.
That'll be interesting.
Oh god. Okay. How do I blunt his sword?
And how can I dull the sword? Should I hack at a stone wall?
I thought you were a blacksmith, son. It's enough to cock up the honing. That will make much less noise.
Yeah, that's enough.
That'll do me.
Ripping... Yeah, can we do something with everything?
With ripping of the flesh, the bastard has to suffer, but survive as long as possible.
So, if Herald drops dead right at the start...
The executioner will look like a fool.
But how can I make sure it happens?
I don't know. It depends on the skill of the executioner. An experienced one starts in places where there's no threat of heavy bleeding. The sides, the chest.
And the Kuttenberg executioner is definitely experienced.
No doubt. They use a kind of special tongs, and in between the ripping, the convict's wounds are treated so he can take more.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. Drunk physician?
What if I get the one who's supposed to dress the wounds drunk?
Don't do that. It could be someone from Ratai, and even if it isn't, the blame wouldn't fall on the executioner.
Okay. How about poison?
Maybe the tongs could be spiked with something nasty.
And you'd know what to use?
I know a little, and I might be able to get something.
That would work. Good idea, Hal.
Alright.
That'll do me.
I don't like talking about this. This is very macabre.
What about the hanging?
If the rope breaks when it's done, it's an unbelievable disgrace for the executioner. Folk see it as the will of God, and sometimes he even has to let the condemned man go.
We kinda don't want to do that though, right? What about cutting it?
Supposing I just cut it?
I doubt it would work. The executioner will check it before the hanging when he's preparing the gallows. He'd probably notice.
So switching also wouldn't work?
What about switching it?
That could work.
Okay.
I've got an old rope here I don't use anymore. It looks fine, but it's run. It'll be perfect.
Great. I'll use that.
Okay.
That'll do me.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
So we have a plan for all the methods of killing. This is a very macabre quest. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm enjoying this one, but I will still do it. People wanted to see it, so but we will do all of the sabotaging in the next episode, and I will end this one here. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye und auf Wiedersehen.